Thank you.
Yeah, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Wafflecast podcast. Here, let me get the thing we're gonna do. I'm gonna pin that there so the people in the Discord can see what we're gonna be talking about, and we go in order. So, the first topic. I mean, other than that, actually, you know what? Let's slow it down. Jake, how are you? You want to
Yeah.
introduce yourself, maybe to those who don't know you?
Yes, sir. My name is Awesome Jakin. I will not be saying my full name because that's a privacy invasion. And there's people already trying to get my personal information. So yeah. Um, we do this thing called the Waffle Cast every Friday because every Friday, actually today is Saturday.
Yeah, today's
Some
Saturday.
yeah. Every Friday we do a podcast just talking about like Roblox and stuff in general. And yeah, so this is basically the podcast where we talk about and stuff, and you listen, and yeah, we have fun.
Or not listen. You
Yeah,
can mute us and just look at the background if you wanted to. We're not forcing you to do anything, but yeah. All right, so let's now that we have introductions out of the way, let's talk about the first topic, which I've titled, for those of you in the Discord server, I've titled it Campfire Storytime because that's just kind of like the thing. I don't know. It's just like the theme I get, when you're talking about stories from like your past. It's like at a campfire or something. This is just what I was thinking. All right, don't judge. So
let's gather
basically,
around campfire and sit
no
our
copyright,
campfire. So
copyright, Jake. We can't sing. So I guess I guess this will mostly be me, but maybe Jake has a few couple of stories from this time period. But I'm gonna be talking about
yeah, a whole lot of them.
I'm gonna be talking about my middle school and Clash Royale experience. It kind of it really comes together because that's when I started playing. And for those of you who don't know, I'm in high school. I am technically now going to be a junior since the school year ended for me yesterday. So, woohoo, 2 years
Maybe
left
I might be junior.
if you passed. We gotta cross our fingers on that one, Jake.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
but anyways, back when I was in middle school, back in 2016, 17, feels like ages ago. Um, there was this game, we've talked about it before on the podcast, which was the Clash Royale game. And that came out when I was in sixth grade in 2016, and I didn't start playing until late 2016 when I actually was in middle school, and that game controlled my middle school. Like, let me paint a picture for you.
Exactly.
If you went to my middle school and it was mostly males. I'll be honest. It was kind of mostly males played it. But if you were a guy and you went to my middle school but you didn't play Clash Royale, you just weren't cool. That's just how it was. Like everyone was playing Clash Royale at one point or another. So when I started playing, I got really into it. I spent a lot of money on it. I'm not gonna lie. I've spent a lot of money on three games, which is Clash Royale first, then Fortnite, and then Roblox, and that's how. Well, and Battlefield 1, but we don't go into that. So yeah, I have an interesting history of spending money on games. But basically, I started playing when I was. I don't think there's a term for seventh graders. Like how high schools
So
have
yeah, seventies.
freshmen.
It's called seventies.
Okay, sure. I was a seventh. I'm just gonna say seventh grader because that's just what I know. So I was a seventh grader, and I started. This is when I before I started YouTube. This was like a couple of. I started YouTube in the same year that I started middle school, but then those videos are privated. So it's like the same YouTube channel that you're watching this on right now, except those videos you'll never see. Not even Jake's seen those videos. I still have them. I haven't deleted them yet, surprisingly.
Send it to me.
I don't know about that one, Chief. But
Aw.
basically, almost all of me and my friends, we made a clan, and let's just say some things it didn't go very well. A couple of the co-leaders and myself being the leader got kind of controlling over the clan for some reason. I don't know. We were stupid seventh graders, and it got okay. Kayak. Let's just not post that image before we have a riot in the podcast QA because that skin is gonna cause a riot.
Kayak, did you get that skin?
See
Kayak, did you get that
see what I'm
skin?
talking about? For those of you who don't know, Yeah, you know what? We're gonna talk about it. It's on the podcast. We're gonna talk about it later. Let's just keep going. But basically, seventh grade goes by, and pretty much all of my friends played Clash Royale. And this was back in Clash Royale's heyday. Like, Clash Royale had only just been a year old, and I think the esports for Clash Royale had just started that year, like late 2016. And we had the YouTuber Royale thing. It was like a big deal. Like, I remember the YouTuber Clash Royale competition, which was like all of the big YouTubers competing head to head for like $100,000 or something, or it was 10,000. I don't remember. But I remember like a million people were watching that on YouTube, and that was like a big amount of people for a game that had only been a year old. But it was just like one of those big things that all of me and my friends played. And then come 27 or 2017, 18, which was when I was in eighth grade, um, it was still pretty big, and we had this one teacher, and I'm not joking. The following information is actually completely legitimate. One of my teachers, who happened to be my geometry teacher and my principles of engineering slash what is it called? I forget the name of it. It's been so long. It's like an engineering course basically, but we had 3D printers. It was really cool, and we got to build robots and stuff. But basically, he made a Clash Royale clan, and we all joined it. And I'm not joking. He took an entire class period, multiple class periods, so we could grind the original clan chest. So basically, if you were in the clan, you were exempt from doing any work when a clan chest came out. And I think it was on like Wednesdays or Fridays or like both or something. So like at least once a week, we were all just playing Clash Royale the entire class period. And I think that's just the silliest but coolest thing I've ever done from a teacher in an actual class. I mean, I've had my fair share of like chill teachers, but this one just took it to the next level. He also played Fortnite back when it was like, decent. Before it became like
That's
a
awesome.
big train wreck. Back when it was kind of cool. Back season 3 and season 4. Back when it was okay. But yeah. Now, okay, so this next part kind of personal, but I think it's pretty funny. So there was this one guy. His name I'm not gonna disclose to the public because there's a chance he might
Call him
find
Peter.
this. Huh?
Let's call him Peter.
All right, we'll call
Just
him
call him
Peter.
Peter.
That's not his real name, but we're gonna call him Peter. And there was two Peters. So this two different people had the same name. Both of them had separate issues. Um, and I remember one of the Peters. Um, he got in a fight with someone I'm not going to name either. We'll call him David. That's not his real name. Those two got in a fight in our English class, and I remember David. He's like 7 foot tall. Like he's really tall, and he smacked the crap out of Peter, and it was hella funny. I'm not going to lie. The entire class
Yeah,
was
Lounge.
just like, oh crap, that just happened. And the teacher literally yelled at him and sent him outside. And it was like, after he got smacked in the face, he just had that, oh crap, what just happened face. And he just sat there. And it was crazy. But, anyways, that's just one of the Peters. The other Peter, he was our friend. He was into memes. This was back when memes were kind of just starting, like 2016, 17, and 18. Memes had just like been widespread. Like you could find before then there was like kind of crappy memes on Reddit and stuff, but this was back when there was dedicated apps for memes. And I remember he made his own
Pocket Shrek.
memes. Yeah, back when Shrek was like, oh god. But basically he was our friend for a while. He also was in the Clash Royale clan. Um, but some things happened, and eventually we kind of just didn't become his friend. I'll put it that way. We weren't his friend anymore. And because of things he said about us, we kind of just like ignored him entirely. And I remember I didn't have the English class with this Peter, because I had the English class 1 or 2 periods before, but they had the English class that was right before lunch because my middle school did this really stupid thing where you had 5 classes, a lunch, and then 2 classes. I don't know why they made the schedule like that, but that's how my middle school went. And they had the fifth period, which was right before lunch. And we had a substitute that day because our English teacher wasn't there. And I swear to God, I'm not joking. He freaked out on the substitute. The substitute sent him outside, like outside of the classroom. This was a two-story building, so it was in the hallway. But he sent him outside of the classroom, and while he was leaving, he literally opened his water bottle and emptied the entire thing on the substitute. Ran outside, and you know how some schools have like bulletin boards where they show artwork from like special ed kids and kindergarten kids and whatnot. There was a special ed class right next to our English class, and he ripped them up, the entire bulletin board, and ran down the hallway. And it was the funniest crap I've ever seen. Because I remember going back up there later on, because I had another class on the second floor. And I remember walking past and just being like, "What the crap just happened?" And I went into the substitutes room with my friends, and we talked about it. And he was a chill guy. And this kid, this Peter, as we're calling him, he had some issues with bullying before he came to our school, and yeah, let's just say it didn't end well after him. He made pretty much enemies with every eighth grader in the school, to the point that one of my friends, they had an argument at lunchtime, and the Peter stormed off to the office, but he left his backpack, and my friend took his backpack, put it in the garbage can, and poured what is it called? I forget the name.
Bleach?
He poured juice and a smoothie on it. Like yogurt. It was because you know how some cafeterias have like yogurt.
Yes, sir.
And then I remember one of my friends, poured like ink from a pen on it. Like his entire backpack could just not be used anymore. But yeah, we had a lot of issues with that kid. And this kind of connects to Clash Royale because, like I said earlier, he was in the clan, and when things got kind of sketchy between all of us, he said some not so nice things in the clan chat, so we banned him. And the next day at school, or not banned him, like you kick him. It's like the equivalent of banning, where we're not letting him back in because it was invite only. The next day at school, he stormed into my teacher, the cool one who let us like play Clash Royale. He literally stormed in, yelled at the teacher. The teacher told him to get out, and he picked up a stool and threw it across the room, which broke the poor stool. Rest in peace, stool. And then he threw his phone at the wall. He didn't break his phone, but he picked it up, and he stormed out, and the teacher had to ask security to take him to the office. And there was a couple of other stories, like one time he got into a fight and they had to call an ambulance. He was a mess. Like, just one of those problem children.
Oh, man!
Yeah, he was one of those problem children. But that's kind of like how my middle school went. Like, it was a very fun and chill time. We had a couple of crappy teachers. A lot of good teachers, though. But it was really wild back for a middle school. But Jake, you have some middle school Clash Royale stories?
Ah, yes. So you won't be hearing any Minneapolis/Apocalypse Rising stories here from me. Clash Royale, it was kind of it was mainly played by a whole bunch of the 8th graders, so, naturally I was a friend with, like, a whole bunch of 8th graders. And I don't want to give no false information, but I was a freaking loser in middle school. Like, I was a gosh daily dang loser in middle school. I'm not gonna lie. Oh man, I was a big big act nerd. And I used to just scream in the middle of class.
What?
I used to just do so much autistic things that people would just hate me. Or just hate me, but, this is just some of the stuff I got in trouble for. And during 7th grade. I got in trouble for, I don't know if you guys noticed, but if you can have, like, a rubber band, and you get like paper, you have to fold in a certain way, and you get to shoot like bows at each other. And one of the substitute teachers caught me doing this, and I said, asked if that's ammunition, and my smart, and me being the scientist I am, I said, no, it's paper. And then I got in school suspension for that. And here's a Clash Royale story. My clan was actually pretty good. During everyone, it just it just fell apart when the clan chess started. That's all.
Jake has
And
coronavirus, guys. Can we get
and
some lips?
I'm not gonna lie, decent player. Like I know I spent a lot of money for the legendary chest. That's it. I only bought
Yeah,
the legendary chest. That's all.
I'm.
All I bought was.
I won't lie. I've spent a lot of money on that game.
People called me a pay to win, even though all I did was just buy the legendary chest and maybe like what? Maybe like a few magical chests, like gemmed up some magical chests to get like the new cards will like when I just get into a new arena, like the wizard, the fire spirits and stuff. Like you get me, right? Like the simple stuff.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Alright. And so then people would just rip on me for playing the game. I mean, look, I had a fun time playing it. Me and my friend. Yeah, we had a fun time playing it. It wasn't like NTXE Waffle story over here, where it just turned into the Minneapolis riots. But I
Hmm.
got some 8th grade stories. Everything started happening in 8th grade. I got a 2-day in-school suspension for saying these rules are stupid and unfair. And I almost actually got suspended for that.
Wow. You're okay. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of weird. Like my middle school had like I live in a place that is very close to some very not so wealthy places. I'll put it that way. And we have a lot of low income
And
family kind of kids. Those kind of like people who like to break the rules and mess around. But our principal, vice principal, and a majority of the teachers were not white. Like our principal and vice principal were African American, so they didn't really care what you said. Like they were pretty chill. So I won't say like your school sounds like a dictatorship compared to mine. Not gonna lie.
oh, dude, you don't know half of it. I grew up. My middle school and my high school were ghetto as heck. Because I can't say that. Because I can't swear. Dude, I know so much freaking slang. I'm not even kidding. Some people actually call some. I feel like some people just call me like an honorary Mexican because I go to like the almost all Mexican school. You know, I'm pretty up there with the cool kids. I'm kind of up there with some of the cool kids. I'm just saying, man.
If you
If
say
me, t-
so.
me talking with this accent, like me saying "Hey, what's up, fool" and stuff. It's just me repeating what some of the people say. It's like a little character I have. That's a little information. But that's high school, and this is middle school. And or so while I was getting sent up to the office, while they were giving me my white slip, they found out I had a fever and they decided to keep me there.
Hmm.
I ended up throwing up when I got to. I ended up throwing up when I got home.
Well.
Alright, so here's the part where I find ridiculous. I could take the 2 days in school suspension for my math class. Okay, I could do that. You got me once, all right, and then okay, you can make me do some works. You got me twice, but don't ever compare what the. I mean, I can't say this word, so I'm just gonna DM you what the frick I'm gonna say.
Okay,
All
but
right.
how does that have to do with the? I don't understand.
I gotta type this. Or else I'll say it in the podcast.
Let's see what he said.
They compared what I did to genocide
Oh,
and drug dealing.
what did you do?
I don't do drugs.
No, but what did
I
you
might have
do?
killed a few people. Huh?
What did you
I
do?
said to my friends were having a little like a little thing do something with their whiteboards. They're just drawing like weapons on there, like trying to outdo each other. Like so, it was like a pistol and then an AK and then like a shotgun and then a rocket launcher. And my teacher, I'm gonna call him Mr. Gutierrez because that's his name and I have no respect for him. So he's like, okay, okay. I'm not gonna call him. I'm not gonna call my boy his real name because I have so much respect for my boy. Okay, Peter, I am going to send you to Mr. Gonzoga's office if you do not cut the crap out. That's how he sounded. And later he drew like a right shield, and he got sent up. And I'm like, oh man, these rules are stupid and unfair, man. Well, I didn't actually use that accent, but I said something along those lines. So he's like, okay, Jake, how about you go join Peter in detention? And I'm like, okay. So I left. And they think it's... And at the office, I just got shouted out. Like, I got screamed at more than my friend. I cannot believe the type of S word this guy said to me.
Alright,
He cussed me. This guy cussed me out. At school.
Well, clearly your school has had issues, to say the least.
Very many issues. And there's this one time I was going to fight with a 7th grader when I was in 8th grade. But basically we played a flag football, and we all just to get captured just to roast this little kid who used to snitch. Because snitches dig stitches. Snitches get stitches, right?
Yes, I know the expression.
Just saying, man.
Alright.
So, man, that's basically all I got.
Yeah.
I can go into deeper stuff, but I don't want.
Let's not go too deep. It's a podcast. It's not like it's just a podcast. I will say to close out this segment before we move on to our next 3 topics, is that I think if you're ever going to play a mobile game, and it doesn't have to be Clash Royale, it just in general a mobile game, you need to have like little to no anger issues, or be prepared to like get really mad. I'll put it that way, because during my time of playing Clash Royale, I broke, I want to say 1 phone, and then during mobile Fortnite, I broke 2 phones. But one of them wasn't actually my fault. One of them I threw against a wall, but the other one I accidentally dropped on the floor while playing the game. That one I won't call an anger issue. That was just like an accident. That's not my fault. But yeah, in total, I broke 3 phones over video games. But okay, to be fair, they weren't like a lot. They weren't expensive phones. All 3 of them were the Apple 5 SE, which is like the original SE, I think, or maybe not. But it's like the 5 model, which is like the literal brick. Like if you guys seen the iPhone 4 and iPhone 5, they're literal bricks. I still have mine. It doesn't work, but I still have it.
But, I have it?
No, you can't have it. It's sitting on my shelf. But now I have an iPhone XR. And I did drop it, and it has a glass back, so my glass back is cracked, but it works perfectly normal. So I'm not really complaining. But yeah, I think that's a good way to close out that segment, and move on to Roblox stuff.
What we're actually doing this podcast.
It's mostly like Assassin and Arsenal, so hopefully you guys like those 2 things. And if not...
Oh wait, yeah. we should probably add what we what we did what the deleted topics we did last time, what you're basically talking about, remove the maps and stuff.
For what?
Like the confirmation of some maps.
Well, yeah, but everyone knows Mineshaft is coming back.
I still feel like we should say it.
Okay, Mineshaft's coming back, and those of you who watch JD already know this. There, I said it.
That's good. Okay.
But now, actually, moving on to our topics, our first one is the Assassin Summer event, which actually came out today. And, Jake, do you want to start off before I rant, or do you want me to rant first?
I'll do it.
Okay, you go first. I'll take second.
Jesus Christ, what the... I can't say that word,
but... brick. Just add an R and an I.
Listen, I like the new knives. I really do. I like the new effects. Those are cool. It's just Assassin Royale. I know so many people whose computers crashed on that. My friend who could run Destiny at like over 100 FPS computer crashed in the lobby of Assassin Royale. I'm not even kidding. I crashed while playing Assassin Royale. And I have a decent computer, but it's just so laggy. Like, you get it. You get me, right? It's
Yeah.
so laggy to the point where, like, computers crash. Assassin Royale was just executed. I don't want to say horribly, but they didn't really do a good job about it. I'm just saying.
All
Oh,
right.
I
Is that
love
is that
I
all you have
love
to
the
say?
new knives. No, but I really like the rubber chicken knives we had to do.
Well, I thought those were
But
pretty.
for the love of God, do clan battle so Data doesn't shout at us. He doesn't shout at us, but still.
Clan battles? What is that supposed to be?
I don't know, man. We're gonna get in one today.
Is it like a new feature?
Yeah, it's a new feature. Yeah, it comes with yeah, I think it comes with yeah, it comes with clans. No, yeah, it comes with the Assassin Royale update. Sorry.
Oh. To be honest, I kind of skimmed over the update and literally just looked at what was added, and yeah, that's about it. I didn't even know that. I remember hearing about that, and I kind of just ignored it because it's just such a minor feature in all of the crap that they added, in my opinion. So, Jake, are you done? Can I start my rant?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
All right, cool. I'm gonna be very blatant and yeah, pretty. It's pretty obvious. I do not like this update. I think this has been the not the worst. There have definitely been worse. I think the worst one was taking cases out, but this is a very close, like second or third. The fact that they're adding a battle royale that doesn't even work. It's not a battle royale. It's a bootleg battle royale. But the fact that they would even think about bringing that genre into assassin, the the fact that they brought that into assassin is just the lowest of the low. MM3 is like one step. Like I don't even want to say this, but like in the ladder, like in a tier list, MM3 is a tier above Assassin right now, and I hate to say that.
What?
I really hate to say that, but I hate this Assassin update. They are
You don't like Fireball?
what?
You don't
Oh,
like
the new
Firebrand?
effects? Are you talking about the new effects?
No, I'm talking about like the new knives and effects. You know like those?
Okay, the new Robux pack is a copied version of a pre-existing knife that has been on the Roblox catalog since like the early 2012s, 2011, before that even. The fact that Assassin is like I understand they don't have what's his name anymore. I don't have a use. I understand he quit or he resigned, however you want to say it. But they add Roblox items like the catalog items. Sure, they had Rika do some reskins of like some pretty cool knives. I'll say that much. But the Robux
Yes.
pack still disappoints me. But the fact that they would make a battle royale that doesn't even work as a battle royale into the game is just very disappointing and really stupid in my opinion. Now, I'm going to define for everyone why it's not a battle royale. It is not a battle royale for the specific reason that it's not a free for all. You have an assassin and a target, which is basically normal assassin, except for the fact that there's 40 something people going against you at once. So you have a higher chance of dying, pretty much. Now, that being said, the map is bigger. I don't think they've added any like separate maps as far as I know right now. It's just one map. Kind of like Fortnite. They've definitely copied Fortnite here, where you go on the same map
May
every
I
time.
interrupt you?
What?
May I interrupt?
Yeah. What?
There's only one good thing about this, is that the really some really OG maps like the skate park and the pool and the private beach lobby got re-added, which I thought was really cool.
But aren't those
And
just combined into the battle royale map?
yeah, but that's what I like about it. Like Prisman, he doesn't forget, but anyway, still.
No, he brought it back because the fans voted in the Arsenal, and not Arsenal. Oh my God, the Assassin Discord server to bring back the old lobby. And Prisman was like, oh hey, maybe if we bring back things that people actually liked about our game, we'll get more players. And right now, Assassin has about 4,000 players. Still less than MM3, might I add, which is just stupid. But yeah. Now, I don't want to criticize Prisman. He did an okay job. I'm going to criticize him anyways for jumping on the bandwagon of a battle royale genre. First, you have Fortnite and PUBG. Those are the originals. I don't think you can argue. Okay, H1Z1, I think that was what it's called. I honestly don't remember. That you could say that was one of the first three as well. And then you have Call of Duty Warzone, and you have a bunch of other bootleg battle royales that come in. We even have battle royale games on Roblox. The fact that someone would make that. There's bootleg Fortnites on Roblox. I'm not joking. Go look in games. There's bootleg Fortnite on
Yeah, they
Roblox. And the fact that Prisman would add this, it's stupid. I think he thinks maybe people will play it more often, because, to be honest, Assassin's been the same game for about 3 years, pretty much 4 now, where it's always an event, you have an assassin, you have a target, and he's added in some kind of cool game modes. I think the newest one was like where you have power-ups. So it's basically like sword fight on the heights, essentially, except it's not a free-for-all. But the Assassin Battle Royale just doesn't work. It's laggy, and you can't kill anyone you want. Sure, that might make it harder for people, but if you made the map bigger, you put in, 45 people, 50 people, and you actually made it a Battle Royale instead of an Assassin and Target with a bigger map, then it might have actually been better, especially with the lag that you were saying. Like, even before this was added, what's it called? Even before the Assassin Royale was added, it's 2.9K. Okay, on my screen it said 3.8, but I haven't refreshed it in a while. But even before this was added, Assassin had a lot of lag. Like, if you go see my recent video about the Assassin game mode that was added, which is like a free for all with power ups, or not free for all, it's Assassin with power ups. So put it that way. When that was added, it was the laggiest thing, and now people's computers are crashing over the Battle Royale game mode that's not a Battle Royale. I guess that's why they're calling it Assassin Royale instead of Assassin Battle Royale, although the genre of, like, it's just stupid. I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't like the update. I think it's a poor move to try and get more players and money, and that's just where I'm going to leave it at.
Okay.
But moving on from Assassin, which is going in the drain, monkey skin and theories. So for those of you who don't know, Arsenal has added a monkey skin. It's a monkey in a banana suit. And this has taken the Arsenal community by storm, because not only is it the rarest skin at the moment, okay, maybe it's not the rarest skin anymore, because 40 people have it, but can you stop doing the monkey noises?
Ooh.
But I think John Roblox, the YouTuber, put it perfectly, where these hidden quests are by far the stupidest thing Arsenal's ever added. I mean, seriously. I don't understand why they've done this. I mean, sure, it's a free skin, but it's nearly impossible to get. The current theory, we don't know if this is true or not. It hasn't really been confirmed. There's a bunch of theories, and I think the most soundproof theory right now is you have to have the potassium gun, and you have to have a certain skin on, and you have to press these buttons that are on top of the trees. That's the most sound theory right now, and you have to win the game. If you actually have to win the game, that's just dumb. And yeah, there's like a phrase that you have to say in the chat as well. It's just dumb, and we're gonna find out how much of this is legitimate and how hard and how real it is, because one of the developers for Arsenal Castlers is gonna post a video about it. So that's gonna be great to find out how to not get the skin, because apparently he's gonna add it before the summer update comes out. But that being said, the summer update is gonna be out soon. It's already June 6th, and they said June 20th. So there's only 14 more days until the Arsenal event, which means that you have 14 days to get the skin before it goes away. Which is, I don't know if that's true, but we'll find out how much of this is legitimate. But Jake, what's your opinion on the skin, other than it being cool?
To all monkey kind, this is a win, yet a loss to all monkey kind. And I will do whatever it takes to get this monkey skin. If it's the last thing I do, and people will be killed, lives will be ruined, and justice will be balanced when I get this skin. All things evil will end once I get this skin. COVID-19, gone. Riots, gone. My cat, back alive. Everything, my grade, plus everything good will happen once I get this skin. This has got to happen for the world. Now join me, fellow brethren. We need, we need to get the skin.
Jake, Jake, the chance of you getting the skin is like 0.1%.
Oh man.
Like, even if this most obscure method isn't true, and it's something simpler, which I doubt it, um, it's still hard because you have to do it in a public server and you have to get a win. So the chances are none of us are going to get this. Only the people who are like actually very, very skilled at this game, or
Like,
have developer connections will get this skin. And I'm gonna check right now to find out how many people have it. The last time I checked, it was at like 46 or something. But we're gonna find out. That being said, once someone makes a video about it, there's always gonna be like an influx. I remember the cow skin. It has like a bunch of owners now. Didn't have as many yesterday. Oh no, never mind. It's not 46. It's 43 people have the monkey business, which is the monkey skin. And they say anyone can do it, but that's I guess that's kind of like a matter of opinion. Not everyone can do it, and not okay. Yeah, okay. Anyone could do it, but not everyone can do it. If that makes sense, and not everyone will do it. Which is why I have to agree with John Roblox that these hidden skin events are the stupidest thing ever. Stupid, very stupid. But yeah. Anyways, Jake, you have any other opinions, theories, anything before I move on to the last topic? Okay,
I want to get the monkey skin.
we're gonna just.
I want to get the monkey skin.
Well, the chances of you getting it are so slim. I mean, trust me, I really want it too, just because it looks cool.
I will get it! I will get the monkey skin! Do not doubt my abilities!
Kayak, even if Casters makes a video about it, that doesn't mean people are likely gonna get it. That just shows you how to do it. And if it really is extremely complicated and takes up to 4 people, because as you can see from, Bandit's tweet, he had 3 other people in the server that got the skin. So if it takes 4 people in an Arsenal server, a minimum, to get the skin, or however many people it takes, I mean, I guess it can be done, but it's not going to be easy. And what?
My boys are gonna help me, right, boys?
There's no one here
right?
who can answer that. But
you see? Yeah, here we go. Yes, sir.
Rylan, you're on mobile. How are you going to help him?
Oh, come on, man.
No,
this
I'm
needs to
being
have
honest.
Squirrel kayak.
With magic. I don't know about that, Jake. Kayak, I have to agree with you. I don't think Jake's going to get the skin.
Hold on.
Jake had to mute himself. I'm going to take this chance to finish. What I was going to say was you should install Roblox Plus because you can find small servers, and that'll probably help you out. Probably. No guarantees, but it'll probably help you out. Because if you find a server that only has 1 person in it, you can just kill him with your friends and bully him until he leaves, and then you can do the challenge. So, yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Anyways, moving on, we have another Arsenal topic that has nothing to do with skins, which is Arsenal Summer Event and Flamethrower.
Yeah, the flamethrower has been hinted in the Arsenal coming soon section.
Hinted? They have full-on models of it. They literally showed you what it's gonna look like.
Yeah. Also,
so I wouldn't say hinted. They're basically giving us a design schematic.
They basically said something about having like dual muskets and a gun that acts like a gun that acts like both a gun and a sword.
So a gun with a bayonet on it.
Yeah, I guess.
And that's gonna be interesting. I don't know how the flamethrower is gonna work. It'll probably just be, I guess the closest thing to like a flamethrower is like that one thing that shoots the balls. Like I don't know what it's called, but I forgot. But it basically like shoots 3 balls and then you have to wait. It's probably gonna have like, it's gonna probably do some burst firing or something, and then there's a cooldown because it can't be overpowered. You can't just hold down on the trigger and it like makes a giant thing of flames. That's too overpowered. Well, in close range at least. I don't know if flamethrower is going to be that good from long distance, but we don't know yet because it's not in the game yet. Because it's probably going to be coming when the summer event comes on the 20th. So yeah. Spellbook. Ah, yes, spellbook. That could be said
Bad.
about that too.
Bad, remove it.
What?
And
Bad.
is that all for this podcast?
I mean, that's all I had written down. I mean, I made this podcast script in like 5 minutes. So. I mean,
All?
it's been 40
Can we
minutes.
talk
We can
about
just
food?
do the questions and answering. And, yeah.
Can we talk about fruit for 5 seconds?
No, we're not talking about food.
Alright. Banana, apple,
I
orange, and
said
grape.
we're not.
There we go. That's my 5 second.
Okay,
Any
then.
question?
Do we have any questions before I go and watch YouTube or something? I don't know.
And then me and my boys are gonna hop on tower defense.
Yeah, you have fun with that. When will we do next game night? Well, you should ask that to Yappy because he's the person I believe who was supposed to hold the game night this week and he forgot. So you should ask him because I don't host game nights. I don't even join them very often. I join some of them, but yeah,
Alright.
I don't really
I
host them.
don't know. I don't know how long the summer event will be.
It'll probably last until the 4th of July event. I mean, and if they're gonna do a 4th of July event again, if not, then it'll probably last until late July, and then they'll end it.
You make my earthquake.
No singing, no copyright.
Alright. Any other questions?
Oh my
Questions,
god, my
comments,
VIP
concerns?
servers for those games that I like. I bought VIP servers for the games that were for the egg hunt. They're just now expiring. Have I been funding VIP servers for games that I never play? I never. Once I buy a VIP server, I kind of forget about it unless I actually play the
You
game.
make my earthquake. Okay. Will MM2 ever have the season 2 out?
Yes.
It's either gonna be this update or next update. That's what I'm guessing.
It'll happen. It's just a matter of time.
Like,
Yeah,
good
it'll
night.
happen.
We're getting matters.
Do we have any other questions? Just this? No, no.
My favorite color is personally dark red.
Why are we asking about colors? Do we have any questions that are like, good?
I hope soon.
When will the staff
Fiona?
team stop playing Fortnite? I don't know. When Fortnite eventually kills itself, because that's usually how games do
Bad.
that. They make like a bad update or a series of bad updates, and then the game dies. That's usually how it happens.
Alright,
Or it
anyways.
just naturally stops getting updates, like, Call of Duty and Battlefield. They make another game. Fortnite's a little different, though, because it's one of those games that doesn't have a clear sequel. And Fortnite Battle Royale might die, but Save the World is going to go on for a long time because it has a set community and set things that, happen. So I could see Battle Royale dying in a couple of months to a year, maybe 2 years if it really goes on that long. But I could see Save the World staying alive for a while. Because those of you who play it forget, Save the World is Fortnite. Fortnite Battle Royale is Fortnite Save the World, but Battle Royale version.
Alright, these next two questions, we're gonna put them in one. They're both things I don't have. So my favorite skin is the monkey skin, and my favorite melee.
Did you say the Banhammer? You cut out.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I just
yeah.
assumed.
I know. I just like the banhammer.
If trading ever comes out, which it probably won't,
I will get it.
I don't think it's ever gonna come out.
Yeah, but I'll get it for free.
Well, you might. No saying that Mushi's would actually do that.
Stop ruining my dreams.
I mean, he scammed one of your friends, who is extremely annoying, but he scammed Jaden for like a bunch of assassin
So?
value. It was like 1,000 assassin value. He got banned from
So?
this server. What gives you the idea he's going to hold up a deal he made with you a year ago? Well, almost a year ago. Like a couple months ago, but still, almost a year.
I know a little more about that situation than you do.
I'm sure you do, because I literally just joined to fix his server and then left.
Just saying, man.
Because Jaden's extremely annoying, no offense. Do we have any questions? Yes.
Why is the banhammer your favorite Arsenal item? Yeah, because of coup. You think it's weird that I'm modded in the MM2 Discord server? Yeah, you know they play MM2. Yeah, it's kind of questionable.
I mean, this isn't just an MM2 server. People like to think that it's just an MM2 server, but
Yeah, but it's not.
it's in general just a server. We're waiting on questions. That's why there's this awkward silence.
Do we have any other questions? What's my favorite dog? I'm not a dog person, unfortunately. I want to be a dog person. I want to go on YouTube, look up how to get the monkey skin.
You're just gonna see a bunch of clickbait videos.
I
Trust
don't
me.
care.
I've looked it up at least 3 times today. There's nothing new.
I look at have you looked at them recently?
A couple hours ago. There's a chance. Who knows? Maybe one of those 41 people bothered to record it. When we're 16? Yeah. I mean, depends. 80 Robux game passes to get admin skin, banhammer, melee, and 2 kill effects. Yes. Breed. Okay, I think that's all the questions that are legitimate. So, yes. When
I
will you make me
I
admin? Are you even like...
I need.
You're on 1 warning. How... You can't really get admin or any promotion if you have a warning. It shows you broke the rules.
Yes, sir. You can't do that. That's a big no-no.
It's a big no-no. When will Waffles give free chroma? Not to you, Rylan. Sorry.
Never.
Alright. I think that's all the end of the questions. So, Jake, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
And,
Thank. No, thank you.
yes, no,
Forgive me
thank you.
Forgive me false hope on my dream of getting the monkey skin.
Hey, I want the monkey skin just as much as you, but even I can accept that the chance of either of us getting it are very low.
Man, waffles.
Yeah,
You
no,
underestimate my power.
you don't understand. Every kid and their dog is looking for this skin. Like the entire,
But
like yesterday, if you went into the Arsenal Discord server, every single post in the general chat was people saying, "Oh, I got the skin," or "Oh, I know how to do it," or "Here's the steps," or "Oh, new monkey skin," or "Oh, how you do it," or blah blah blah. It had something to do
no,
with the monkey
sir.
skin.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. The power of the monkey is with me.
No, it's not. The power of nothing is
Uh,
You're not even. Alright, you know what? Let's just end this before we go somewhere we don't want to.
all right.
Alright, yeah, that's the end of the podcast. Thanks for listening. Make sure to join the Discord server to listen to these lives. Lives? Usually, this doesn't happen
Listen,
at 10 p.m. And usually I have a lot more energy for this, but I don't. So, yeah.
I'm the one with you.
Please don't ping me. I don't need you to ping me to check my DMs. Okay, that's the end of the podcast.